Diana is kasem no.
I get it.
Into me and bring
stock.
So you can't keep up the trade.
No, but on Kente, how is it called?
Kente fabric, Kente stoles.
Stoles, no good. On such stoles, because a big opportunity, at least unya units never US now. Linked with Black history, they would love those things. And the opportunity is still there. So, we'll be an admin say, oh, come see, what are the red flags?
Oh, say you're in the flower. Meet my man, no. Meet my man, you know, so you're radio. I can't say
I get it.
I tell you, it's a wonderful industry. And if I had stayed at 5,000, let me tell you the lesson I'm sharing in business. Sometimes in business, growth is not
Zeepay FM.
Sometimes I say to me, manage your growth with your capacity and capability. And I so and say they be an old punchy above your weight. But I say they are one horn and you name the no between the wako. Then the association and yes, I'll be to Debbie. A switching one should be to my house. And I also never near Juman chair into me experience papa. Into any now can be in hindsight,
because when you go in there, you can supply.
Oh, and that's California say now me the fears here no.
Okay.
Maybe G number 1 at some point. Now I'm on for Atlanta near to me frame crown for
supply. Okay.
Especially the plain ones at school needing
so no.
It's not the game let's like schools in Miami. But yeah, so that was that. And I think to me kind say in terms of experience near there no Maywell College with UK crano may set up rentmyroom.co.uk. Rent.co.uk. Okay. So I mean .com na I'm saying
anyway you could share
so I don't know my brands me to me take it off because at time maybe I say
that's true
maybe I say but I never gave up
through business attempts then you landed on Zeepay. How did Zeepay start
Zeepay no there say we me Juma my Ecobank.
Okay.
Ecobank has someone me sort of like a regional head for one of their core businesses.
Okay.
To me call Africa and they may call the whole group to drive their transformation strategy. For group Ecobank corporate bank.
Okay.
Into na many nipa came up and now but AC and na me Juma man.
Okay.
Into no na me di hu Africa. Na mo gap na Africa no. What I say. Into na me plan me home. Me try den musa a chance so be Juma ma ko fia mo abe me no nyame sha me kakanda na CEOs in pen for na be person mo
omo we Juma
okay me advice okay into me Juma ma ko fia mo abe kakanda honam di
UT
and I'm this year so they are more resilient how am to go through more challenges here and more outside there no until time and me buy very ready some coffee at me share come a champion junior mission for glyco
okay
on to also cast no be bomb so no from me kwame so kwame dey person correct pa me who say be you pa until odenne ho time
okay and that's how we started Zeepay
until me started Zeepay and at the same time so that's my wife kasa na me that's what I say and me the fear say
it gap now so identify in Africa na a gap there
so what it is na say we share Africa more we say African kasa no bank account and nekra kasa me sure said the total Africa bank account we do 100 million
a man for our bank account no 100 million.
Yeah, 1 billion.
1 billion plus, yes.
At the time, no, not transactional wise, Africa, no. You can't transact one more year, this
Sika a year, Jumano, yeah.
Say more than 300 million. And I'm here near youthful. So yes. They more youthful.
Very youthful, yeah.
70 to 80% Africa youthful. Yes. Until they're talking about 8 years back. Into me sure I mean who say the opportunity in mobile money. Because we mobile money now, and then any faster.
Yeah.
Chimbibia, which means I'm really bedu and chibia na bibia da mobile money.
Yes.
Pajota
Yes.
Inti Tana means so many kwashe ana me obi ase me sumna me pa me bompa.
Okay.
I mean so ochonim dia but that when you saw that's when you saw there. Inti me so me so there. Okay. Me can't no. So brofone to me aye dia. I say enso be before you to me. You bet to me aye be. Yes.
But for we know say mobile money and I say money transfer on your phones near the no na system na wo data you know nti yete de na ekoso Kenya mpesa money sa ne money nti wo solution now yes say wo dey but to address gap na a solution ben. So what was it?
So mobile money there engine who ankasa was Zimbabwe.
Oh, Zimbabwe. Okay.
Ecocash na man for be him.
And Ecocash.
Yes.
Oh, this guy
Strive.
Popular Strive Masiyiwa, right? Okay.
But at the time Zimbabwe fanyama be bremu into the world didn't recognize that. Ana M-Pesa no ebe gene who Kenya. Kenya no na buying kuma daichi because omo ye shareholders was Safaricom.
Okay.
Omo ni Vodafone.
Okay.
But no crane just pure flat money transfer. Yeah, the buy and say, Dami vision me who and say, and be beba no. Maybe our yen a better mobile money so.
Okay.
Now during one money transfer remittances Africa Ghana acquire $4.7 billion.
$4.7 billion. Remittance meaning say Ghana for a woman on no sika or the back room hano. $4.7 billion every year.
Almost the more foreign direct investment back chin solicited ones. So listed in Sebia or my pain and now
yeah.
Into one now Africans were $84 billion. It's not a very clear says idea be more universal. So between my remittance never done wallet that is the future. But George said and I saving to me papa fear say na me papa no original no finance minister no be a banker but it's banking the bank banking.
Yes.
Me new only social security banker.
Yeah,
SSB.
Now SGSSB, right? Okay. Okay.
Inti menen ne fia he di command so no kwa me befa inti no me call Bank of Ghana ne akohom ana me ka pa yekohu pa be friend Small Adams oni warisa no no idea said that me ka that's a be inti omo can say okay they would argue for approval for us inti any di nya approval
okay
oja Argentina eni omo ye adwuma ye mo hu de ye na ye search na ye say. But the idea is on better as a remittance never da will be wallet better and they safer because and you're faceless in the world of compliance. They can't faceless. I can't could now banking on no unit scanner. Wouldn't be your fire. Okay. But than a digital wallet, so I wouldn't be your number.
Ubit me Tracy.
Into even because terrorism was a saying ubit me
yeah.
Into one. That's what will happen. Then of course lending will come on the wallet. Beyond lending will be utility payments. Near the idea be brave. And that's what has proved itself over the last 6-7 years. I'm just a wild one for yourself. Yeah. It just tells you, sir, I didn't huni. But where
it was clear.
I think so.
In what it means,
it was for an appointment.
Great. The platform I'm creating and as say Ghana, you know, woman and person send this cabre ni bi e Ghana ha. Na or the ato momo platform or the befamo platform that's all right. Na just say abegu ono ne wallet ni phone so e Ghana ha. Na opese oyi scan free phone so obe nante akọ bank bi no akọje, right?
Well, and this akọ bank bi.
Okay.
First no benya token akọ bank.
Okay.
Wakogi wa makashia na yama.
Yes.
Abi obedi be 2 hours.
Yes.
But all of a sudden assessor they say be done the wallet na so or kwabontia or agent
obetime yi ni sika free. Oh okay.
Ana nti wo hwa ne sana de ye ne say ye hu say ye ne sa e beboa your friend the last mile access e be improve last mile. Oja nti e beboa man na kasa this becomes one of those as a national asset.
Yeah.
If I dey yes no na hwa I dey bia a change Africa. Because ye nya innovation the core African so
Anka Ghana here. More across Africa.
Africa. And then quite the Aqua do Barbados near Dinina.
Zeepay.
Men are catch all.
In the African countries, saying I'm also.
It's the African country, yeah, they caught 25.
25 African countries.
And then you remittance into wallets, no?
Yes.
And I'm to me share a beer crime. Then Ghana phones with the shareholders, yeah, but to get to me be mobile money another 5 countries.
5 countries and
so. By the grace of God, you Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast.
You mobile money, you Gambia. You mobile money, you Sierra Leone, you Zambia. What I say?
It is apart from remittance. I was say amount for the send by Africa. See, most more creating mobile money way and also more acquired other countries.
So we dream one. You remittance number one.
Sure.
And creating a last mile wallet. So I need to mind then. It matters.
Move to me transfers can. And
I'm a force. It's also a day. And what didn't be back. Be beginning say. On also be to me. Aye. Say. Be phones be to me. Then aye. On side no. Into a man to see no. At least African Kolana Ebano, Obian who said no, says Zeepay to my
then every other person can do it.
And that's the encouragement. What I say, and when your memo say, at least your man, ye giant want to.
Yeah.
Now to me, be a coin
to lead the way for others to follow. It is here with the platform number created. Me far even remittances now. How much now a move on the platform in a year, for example?
Well, everyone say. Per annum, no, it be a bare 1.8 to
$2 billion.
That's right. I kind of simple, but then easy.
And yes, $2 billion. Effort through platform we were creating for the whole Africa.
We been in the create here. In fact, the recent numbers in the airport be now.
Yes.
Conform you no more dim come on way. How much restaurant
yes.
Come in there to no more care about platforms now. They're not too Zeepay there. We been equal to me maybe
sir.
And I say then.
To be free is a foreign company.
But that's also a good thing. It means that, I mean, like I said, it means you ain't be before you bet
me.
What I think, I ain't saying who then. Yeah, found who they say. That means or I did be one, did be a make a say technology in itself, a democratize Africa.
Yeah.
Ama now possible say the African youth can also sit at the front seat. And then you see all these beautiful companies, all these fintech platforms that have come up on the continent. It's because of things like that.
Yeah.
Now, your platform, what the money is from, unique to ourselves, but it's open to everybody. Into MoneyGram, you say.
Oh.
There are 200 corridors of MoneyGram, one. We use their film. Then they're not called Barbados Crown. Your name MoneyGram, you best send this car wallet.
No, but I don't know how would it happen. It is because meaning some MoneyGram so a platform that they know so amount for the foreign remittances faso. How is the interplay? It's saying between money or money bear saying.
First of all, what it is and say, who call MoneyGram so now who you see who just help us send this anywhere.
Yes.
I say a carrier.
Okay.
It's a carry transaction.
Okay.
Yeah, they are to last month.
Oh, okay.
Which I say what Ivory Coast. Now I found Ghana phone. Now the iPhone.
What the I call?
Well, you call now Vodafone now carrier.
Sure.
And your number terminate amount. There's an intermediary or say if you've no better.
Obey
terminate. It's for finance. Just as almost
for voice calls.
But the better make kaka on the say. What makes it exciting is say what said Ekosiisen. It tells you say in the future that we are in now, the best is infrastructure. What I say, if you build that infrastructure, everybody will use it.
Yeah, it'll be able to make use.
What I say, you now make sure you have the right security environment. You now make sure you have the right platforms to protect it and to build it.
Wow.
What I say.
Wow.
And I feel say, and then young Africans, you're creating such national assets that have become very Pan-African.
Yeah, very, very Pan-African.
What I say,
I mean, 25 African countries, that's a big deal.
And Nkrumah dream now, and you see that Kwame Nkrumah's dream was of the new African.
Yeah.
That new African whose mindset and willpower will not be within borders but borderless. And we have created that. And Mijidi says our flag new crown. It will continue to instill pride.
Sure.
Our diaspora.
Sure.
And our husband.
Sure. Sure. That's really a good thing. For what you've done, when and why within and as a no within 8 years.
Why am person make say yeah,
And I'm saying more.
Well, we didn't start operations until May 2016.
May 2016. I mean, say 8 years, no, that's about 7 years.
I'm sorry, your break, send so
that's about 7 years, and in 7 years, no, my expanded beyond Ghana, across 25 African countries,
including the Caribbean. Now, the Caribbean said, global remittance in $800 billion
around the world. $800 billion.
And the opportunity to scale, no,
huge.
And as one of those things are. The more we scale, now we improve it for Abraham lifestyle. And that is obviously a necessity.
Yes, I get it.
Let us not be selfish. Say, yeah, you better man, then focus your Ghana.
Of course.
But in the world of fintech, the first thing you do is maybe at the first 3 years, we'll build a playbook. But you can't playbook. I say there will diagram. So there are processes, processes, programs. Until build a playbook, new now. Solidify.
Yes.
Then after you are ready to throw the playbook into the world.
Oh, okay.
Which is what we try to do. Which is now me encouragement. And so I'm a young Ghana for this.
Yes.
This is homegrown. In the fire cocoa near Kuma and
territory. Yeah.
Found caught Nedodo.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Sebita fracture no. Since I come and come back home. Very rare near to me raise a Pan-African army.
Yeah, it's true.
This is another story.
It's true. I get it. I mean, for us on this platform, one of the things we've done is we would consciously push Ghanaian enterprise. Of course, unya a business, a dream, a started with Ghana, na itimi grow same podia the better. Because we go back now, sure. Indigenous Ghanaian businesses are successful past one generation, no? Osha being shadani like
a few,
and even the able go outside Ghana. Abe multinational so the Zeepay and put yen shada nibi. I mean, I remember say Kasaprekon entered Nigeria and they had a lot of challenges in there, even though they persevered and they've done something in there.
My son is was a new.
If you was a cropon.
I was almost new lions, but you say no, it's challenges there, baby. Me feel say ayana you be adia between ya
sure
you actually but you find your own shade no more near you be find the way we can more boss you find out but it's they be your catch and say no and actually found shame as we go we'll figure it out and that's how we built EcoBank.
Sure at the time
I say you come market the market we entered it was risk so if you don't take the risk you won't know what's ahead of you. And I mean, who say, as a businessman, entrepreneur, and even as a young person, your strength is defined by what you expose yourself to. This business, I don't think says the way. Let's just expose ourselves to what is out there. What I say, Anna, before say. And bring it do we are France, and some present a young man.
Very young.
Which are Estonia or Banya, the own young. Now, some no less trust me or more after listening, and no, me a young. They are controlling the UK economy.
Very.
It is telling you, sir,
there is a new generation of young people taking over.
That will run the future that we are in now. It's us.
It's us.
We can only put ourselves over Zeepay, the average age. I'm say 24 to 23.
Average. 24, 23.
In fact, my bank woman you bear 49%.
Really? Staff strength you're saying?
They say you bear 208 the whole world.
208.
The whole world.
I mean, under 7 years.
Oh, but
yeah, that's a big deal.
I don't think so. But
I
also feel, sir, it's because you're back together and you found common vision. Until we're able to build together.
Build it. It is a Obi joining Zeepay. What's the culture we're building in there? Because I would want to believe say more attrition rate form. People come in and they love to be with the company. And what culture my build for at least other young entrepreneurs I ATO to also pick one or two lessons?
Okay, being culture or culture I build. My culture what I think everybody should
do. Okay.
Let's not seem to be arrogant.
Yeah.
I think the first thing is every business should be governed. What policies and procedures are or their SOY, no share no the money the The second thing is I say who say because culture is everything, you have to be either an inclusive culture or exclusive. But if you say inclusive, no, it's better. Inclusive means that it's not about say we are better than we, but our strength is in our differences.
Okay.
If we recognize that your differences in the mind back together, because which are prior, it be a short, but a bobo more, it's me probably.
It's me probably.
Into our strength being in our differences, then we're still governed by the same policies and procedures. Into Basana, that makes things work.
Yeah.
Then I also think, communicate and let there be openness. So there'll be an name say, or yes, yeah, say about, or yes, yeah, say it. And then as an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship is a ministry. So if you can take care of people, take care of people. But take care of them in a prescribed way.
Okay.
So that is not
generosity. Ad hoc,
generosity is not business. But make sure you will be a friend of safe houses. Which means them free.
Company no SCC adaya staff ni bit them free.
Yeah, renting.
Okay, very well.
But they free.
Okay. Staff ni ntia
for it. What I say. Let's say last year say economy ni be increase salary twice. What I say. Because we recognize here yes amount for survival so
day.
What I say. And your bonus program and so every year biano to be bonus and so. Into that sort of environment, maybe we a young person now, but you see it's our future and hope. At the same time, so it's a learning environment. Your graduate program, or join a graduate program, or we go through your working departments, and then also, we do it together. So even if we have a project, it's a
yes.
The first thing I say. Have a team very responsible for licensing process. We'll have a team or hand it over for setup.
Okay.
Then area or hand it to somebody called a launcher. On no kind of I say loan so basically by the time on the baby, until they hand it over to a country team.
Okay.
It will say different layers of experience is built across that value chain or process chain.
Okay.
Intimidity said these are all the things say be a creative environment amount for attracted to
yeah, I get you. Indeed, for as you grow, as you see, yes, an indigenous Ghanaian company is here, my Pan-African, you're going global. Say, new country, for example. Do you send like a manager from Ghana to go and manage? Well, we see other companies doing that. Maybe a Nigerian company, or Ghana, you see a CEO Nigerian, and it's how is yours like?
And what we do, and I said, as a rule of thumb, though, me, I'm a board not here. I said, it's not good, and so the expatriates baby, we are not inclusive for the country. You best send there. This is Zambia, best send the Ghanaian.
Okay.
To be a one Ghanaian local staff. Barbados, they said the Ghana for Birmingham and the
core.
The honor. Omo culture no. Someone number normal dispensation.
Of course.
Like I found us with DH. In the said the all does say or 1 year. Obey few about back. But in this case, because obey utility to the Caribbean.
Okay.
Into the same thing into Zambia, Sierra Leone, because they be a you better French ni. And no say
because of language in
the Benin so baba between mobile 6 months into Zambia.
Like Baba Ghana hand them about the
it's a Zambia say if you see no country team no product head no so but now be 1 year. Near year Juma to understand to feel the culture because I have a playbook no. And the excitement of it no so say no so because Ghana 4 years strong. Ghana to say
or a positive narrative about Ghana.
Me say no every year biano you share Ghana because your head office or Ghana. Your training hub or has say your BBR has say inti nyama kakran say na head yeah man also koneni.
Yeah. It for the company you've built under 7 years, no more turnovers is here best saying.
Oh, turnover there. Vivianka, wait to catch process volume.
Okay. The process volume should be
our total process volume, and then I bear 1.8 billion last year.
$1.8 billion.
Last year, I bear 23 million transactions.
Wow. You are a rich man.
Oh, I don't think, sir, wealth is defined by Sika.
By Sika.
I think for me, before so wealth is defined by, say, your values. You see the world.
You see the world.
Approach to things. And if that is the case, then yes, I am a rich
there you're a rich man.
But not because of Sika.
Okay, I get you. For the space you are in, more other competitors amongst your Ghanaian companies.
Well, at the moment, Ghana mobile money, they say yen penny indigenous.
Indigenous, okay.
Yeah.
Like a Ghanaian company. They are Canadian foreign owned.
Okay, Zambia, Mama Zamtel, local Zambian company.
Okay.
But at least that's the Pan-Africanism we're talking about. What say? If all these big foreign companies can do it, no matter me.
Yeah. I was saying to me, that's true.
Because it's here you do 6 with mobile money. And
6 countries.
Maybe you do 10, maybe you do 20. What I say? If you crown 5 years from today, be a minute see you. But what I say? But the beauty is that at least you bet me can say okay, can phone.
I start say. Yeah. It is here. I mean, say the company has outgrown, like grow beyond you as the person who founded this whole thing, right?
That is true. By your shareholders and so it adds to it.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure if you know about the world the fintech world, we often do rounds. One of these days, and so we might have another round. Other shareholders will come. Then you see it grow. Grow. At the end, they will share Elon Musk. Nominated now. It's 11-12%. Yeah, no. It is not.
Once you grow, unya even a small percentage of a bigger pie, it's better.
It's a valuation game. And at the end of the day, maybe who say they hear say you're maintaining that national pride.
Okay.
Very
important.
This is an asset.
Very important.
Or Ghanaian.
Very important. Very important.
In Ghana, for you cry 20%. Yeah. It is still always been known as a Ghanaian company.
Of course.
That's also. They say one more money I can see more South Africa near the end. I mean, didn't say South Africa for an anchor could be more than 20%. But you better say
a South African company. The same with Zeepay. In Tiende, say be do London. Some office for London.
Actually, you more London than Casapa.
Oh, and at least when I get to London, I would see a Ghanaian company with the logo. Go all right.
And now some I'm saying last weekend will be sending me a video.
Yes.
Which more your office name. And another can all Obia on the master and the Japan on the master. And I'll show you logo.
Oh wow.
I am a dino next to one of the big hotels. Your friend
FM
Park Plaza
94.7
on the Albert and Bank.
Yeah.
I'm out for you super who pan all my friends. So you
that's nice. For you as a young man, when you get to London, for example, now Pija when you more offices see her with the logo. How do you feel?
Okay, and then me put the Kenya no put na mama ninje. Na me sure the mama ninje na se be me so me dey no.
Sure.
Ya fan cha me say ya anko ya.
No problem.
But the mama ninje say me do immigration na me DQ no ma. UK aban almost recognizing as a global mobility employer. Into your foreign staff and so you see a work permit.
Oh, okay.
At some means now me at some point I'm an immigrant to
UK.
Yeah. Me bring mu pa of London. Into me DQ na me who say be a staff ni be demo almost
work permit for you from you.
From my company. Yes.
Some sense of fulfillment.
Charlie.
That's nice. That's a nice one.
Because I see an impact to be called Barbados almost work permit. I won't say no. The impact.
Yeah, that's good. When this whole thing started, Osta said, "Okay, now no papa dream or papa mau encouragement say be fano." Did you imagine say within this short time a bedroom baby do?
I mean, can't trust him. One of the days now, I tell me 50 ideas. I met me convince my wife say sika bebe fie mani so they all tia say nti a correction na me draw din no na me catch and so we there me say no mama me be 5 years na nye ya me amekwa kopa adwuma
oh ka sa twa won ni throw sa challenge
na say me challenge negotiation tia say na sana say me senti me ni so ade me hu na say so me hu na kase pa me hu na kase brutal but sa na me come hu
no and that's something every entrepreneur needs.
I think so, as an entrepreneur, so you need something called
no problem.
You need something called self-belief.
Self-belief.
Then you need yes. Then you need to create a belief system for yourself. Then also you need to stay on an A plan. A lot of time I feel like entrepreneurs have a B plan. No, don't have a B plan. Just stay on the A plan, because who A planner you make it work. Because that's all you have.
Yeah.
And that is how you're able to bring on shareholders. That's how you're able to renegotiate with banks. That's how you're able to renegotiate with suppliers, because you have an A plan. What did I say?
Yeah.
You have just that one A plan.
Yeah.
And that's what you work with. And then you push it through. And you trust the Lord. That's why I say I planted Apollo's water, but God caused the growth.
Sure. I'll read some few messages. We've gotten some very interesting messages coming through. But Ansana, no, what's the future like for Zeepay? Would we get to a level? Maybe we'll say, my public listing, maybe on the Ghana Stock Exchange? Is it part of the plan?
Well, I believe, sir, obviously from a shareholder's perspective, the idea is to create capital.
Okay.
It's not something outside the plan.
Okay.
And it will not be limited to be Ghana.
To Ghana Pay, yeah, I get you.
Now, in terms of the future, now 6, the objective is to become maybe a larger operator by geography to start with, which means increase our footprint.
Yes.
First. And now we have a very strong strategic partnership with MoneyGram.
Okay.
Into wherever they go, we'll go.
You would go with them.
Into that also would be part of the growth story. Now, what will happen to me across that 10-year time?
But into what's your biggest fear? And then what's that fear about this enterprise our building?
Oh, I think so. For me, my fear is my only courage. Is not something I entertain.
You entertain.
But if I will be humble and honest about it, the fear now I am in who say and to be a best one.
I get it.
Yeah. I recognize and so me, I would have help.
You would have help.
Yeah. And what I mean by that is that a day will come, maybe a board chairman.
Executive board chairman.
Oh no, executive chairman. I don't believe in it.
Oh, okay.
For the simple reason that you'll be tired.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
true. It's true.
Some exciting stuff.
And let the company run. Let the company run. Let the company run. Let's see. I mean, the other thing would be, say, now there's a Ghanaian company doing marvelous stuff around the world. You are proud of the progress. I mean, Obia and was there many people in Ghana did not know about this Zeepay story. I mean, you speak to people and baby na hudina office no see her baby see a lot of people would think say a foreign company, but listening to you, this is something Ghanaians should be proud of. One thing Maka will show is what I kind of say we seem to lack international brands into that Ghanaian brand that Ujina London bar. Okay, we'll be say, I know of Zeepay, Ujina South Africa bar, we'll be say I know that excellent Ghanaian brand that Nibi, into we makes all of us proud in Ghana Nibi, especially say a young man so we can identify with your struggle and everything. Into say Ghanaian young businessman being so 80 now on also dreams of building an international Ghanaian brand. What are the top 3 lessons I want in the Panebeche CCR to be able to build this thing?
First of all, before let me answer you, I think, sir, don't focus on building an international brand.
Okay.
Focus on building a brand.
A brand.
And focus on world class.
World class.
Desire to be world class.
Okay.
I use the word desire because it's too early to be world class. It's a stage. It's a step process, right?
Sure.
then desire to be world class. Now, having had that, so it's all part of that belief system you created for yourself. Then say, okay, I'll do everything in excellence. I'll do everything in truthfulness. Until be a penny rule at the home. I can't craft home. What I say, say it here, make I say it here. The customer will forgive you. When I make a show. Me GD pass obeji. Look, let me catch up some very interesting story.
FM 94.7
in 2020 at the height of the COVID. June, be machine.
And I'm a license nearby.
Yeah, license no match. But June, be machine. I don't know, be machine. 2020.
Yes.
Senior obeji said one morning, one of our biggest suppliers were trying line. I saw my phone back.
Yeah.
But you so many now. But George has one can say. Create a belief. But back to the standard. But customers forget that it was a bank holiday. For 5 hours, we were down negotiating. Say we had But in the process, no, look for partnerships, look for relationships, so that it brings you to that par excellence. Say last year, my Ghana Club 100, number 1. First entry. What happened? You go far. Say be go far. Go far so buy. Say
to build a brand,
because we recognize it. See, we have an first in you say we no kakan small. What I say? Me can say you bring you can say. The time has come for you to stop behaving like kids out of a farm. But then the crown of catch.
Yes.
It's stages. And yet it be overnight. But George said, but it's all tea. It's all tea. It's all tea. Because don't be too emotional. Don't be too protective of your brand. You won't get the value you are looking for. But I had things so. Because if it's a brace, I didn't know be say, but you have to understand that no one can't show the truth of the matter, then you won't grow. You understand? You would almost live in your own bubble. And that's what happens to a lot of us, not even entrepreneurs, even employees. I see it all the time. We live in our own bubble. We've created a bubble. Oh, this is how I'm doing it. This is how I'm going to do it. You know, it's like how we say men, this is how my father was. You know, men, we say this a lot in this part of the world. I think it's that collective thinking, openness, collaboration, partnership, and listening. And apart from having a board, have an advisory board, your own personal advisory board, who talk to you here and talk to you there.
Wow, but that's something that maybe a lot of businesses will think. So, okay, to get to the level of my personal advisory board, maybe may start for me advisory board for maybe usika, you know those. And I say these are people you have relationships with. Now, what do you must around there?
Well, first of all, I think if you're going to start anything, set up a board. If you don't have a board, don't start.
Don't start,
because that's your first governance framework. Even if it means to help me and I'll pay you after 1 year. You work towards that. It gives you something to work towards. You're better off that way than say, oh, me no. The day you won't be listening to them because you'll be the one with the money.
You'll be the one with the money.
But when you grow with them, you listen to them together. It's like, do you understand?
That's a powerful
your strength lies in your diversity. It's across the curve.
That's a powerful.
It's across entrepreneurship curve. It's not just with the employees you have. Now the advisory board, I don't even mean a board that sits down and is advisory, but people that have influence in your life. You know, I'm not looking for a mentor. I'm saying get people who can influence you. A man who can look at you in the face and in the eyes and say this is wrong, it's not going to happen. It's a tough place to be, but you take it. And then you ponder over it, then you take the feedback that comes out of it.
That's true.
It's all part of that risk taking. Because sometimes when you stronger than only a in your view. But take that risk. You'll be amazed at just that one small advice. It can change things for you.
Your game-changing moment. Wow. My main kind message is Kakra. Augustine Ahemfoli, a former Black Stars player. You know
Yes.
him, right? Yeah,
Oh,
Augustine
wow.
him fully. I'll say, bro, tell the guy more grease to his elbows. In Augustine, thank you. We are all proud of the Zeepay story. This one says, Obi, good afternoon. I told you the other time that they won the first position of Club 100 last year. They are really doing well. Okay, the last year, Ghana Club 100 put together by the Ghana Investment Promotion Center.
And KPMG.
And KPMG. The best
First
number
entry.
one.
First entry.
Wow.
And the exciting. I'm fortunate, unfortunately, because the mini Ghana is here.
Okay.
Not just say, because MT are number 3 and number 4. We know one now, we can see we didn't be that idea, so but just
yeah, I get you.
And to my so more economic promise or more, but more to see a Zeepay no more.
Oh.
And that was a humbling moment.
Yeah,
I'm saying we had just launched the Barbados market. We're coming back into me see planes for free accounts on
Yeah. Wow, that's really good. That's really good. Meaning, is there a standard since we're about high? You need to do more.
And you bring people from outside to help you, to help you. This is the time you bring in. This is the time you make that bold decision that you know what, I'm going to bring value in. This is not the time you try to build on
your own.
No.
That's the point, because the expectations now very high.
This is the
so
time
you need to bring
put
people
yourself out there. That's what
I get it. My main kind kakrana can we say Obi. My fear is my only courage. That's Bob Marley. I'm so inspired by the gentleman's entrepreneurial and perseverance spirit. The African Renaissance is on the rise again. He's deep and fully spirited. There's our own. Let's support him and encourage entrepreneurship in our young generation. Yes, we can do it. Farouk Tema. We say Obi Zeepay to the whole we are say my Mr. Andrew Takyi-Appiah has made Ghana proud. He's kept Ghana on the world map. Please kindly ask him for me why the name Zeepay and what's the meaning. Master Planner Junior Kentampo. Zeepay.
We are sure and it's our negotiation dinner.
Yeah.
Now me catch on.
Yeah.
I'm a say okay, you know what?
Yes.
And yet it's I'm fan too. But me so many nyame anante at the same time so nyame so the Zoe life of God Zeepay at the time not to say my wife me need try negotiate can so me debate to say be to fight and this I don't crab man ya dangerza
yeah, but the name is also very catchy. I mean Zeepay, easy to remember, easy to pronounce, which is really good. Ain't it? We said great inspiration to the youth. Let's all push anything by Ghanaian Kwesi Reynolds, Ewagona or Dobin. Let me see the other ones we have here. We say Obi, let's check national hero Don Pino or Malam and Oduwe Abba. Good evening, Obi. The Zeepay is a good way to go. Lamprekin Rashid or Tema. Odie, any thank you. This one says, Obi, good afternoon. The conversation is very interesting. Wow, the young man's future is bright. May our good God continue to expand his enterprise. Amen. Stay blessed. Abawa Ewo United Kingdom, one of our partner radio stations, Ewo UK Abawa Radio, Onano and on the way Abba. We say Obi, trust me, this guy carries grace. Chief Larry dear any chief, thank you. Great inspiration. Zeepay is the way to go. And Namru Abba dear and no Okro Yeboa Ewo Breman Benin. Also Obi, we have to support our own. Thank you, my brother. Let me see the other ones we have here. This one says, Obi, good afternoon. I've taken one key word from his story. It's God. It's God. My question to you and him is, those of us who worship the same God diligently with all our will, investing into our business, yet finding it difficult to climb high like him, which God should we seek now? The same God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I tried setting up a business in Ghana and I had to run away and return to Sweden. He should tell us which God we should serve. Edmund Ofori, was Sweden. That's an interesting question.
Well, so Edmund, first of all, we're just about to set up our European headquarters in Sweden.
In Sweden, oh, okay.
Yeah. But me jidi say nyame na mesom the same nyame a Jew for no mesom the same nyame a obi asom o just say be oye obi kwa osom oye Muslim ni kwa say nyame wo
yes
Asempa
in the book of Deuteronomy, I delight in the abundance of my children. Do you know what I think it is, Obi? I feel like sometimes we over spiritualize and we under spiritualize. The things that we don't need is we spiritualize.
We do spiritualize.
And the things that we have to spiritualize, we don't. Okay, so there are some very deep principles that we need to follow. Success is a ministry. Entrepreneurship is a ministry. You must be willing to give. You must be willing to support. So if you're doing that, I believe God will also fight for you. But beyond that, I also think that sometimes we spend a lot of time praying and not acting. And realizing the God. You know what I mean? You have to put, like I said, you got to put yourself in a situation. When you put yourself in a situation, you find your way out of it. But a lot of time, the situation confronts us. Then we stay out and plan how to deal with it. But if you're not in, it's not going to happen.
It will not happen.
It's so cool.
Yeah, it's so cool.
What did I say? It's so film.
Yeah.
You understand me? You know, in spiritualism, we say a horn will lift his head, right? But we also have storms.
Yeah.
Paul say, therefore I entreated the Lord 3 times and he said, my grace is sufficient.
My grace is sufficient for you.
That's a storm. It's not a horn.
Yeah.
It's all film.
Yeah.
There's something Paul must have learned from that experience. You understand?
Yeah.
Look at Jacob and Laban. Jacob put himself out there. Look at Jacob going to meet his brother. He went to meet his brother. He saw the face of God in that. He put himself in that situation. Because then Brenda Baso Beko. So I feel like sometimes we in the depth of it, we start to see ourselves and not God. We don't magnify God. Yeah. And it's a hard thing. Let me tell you, I'm just saying the face value, but it's easy.
I know.
Let's not dispute that. I think that maybe that's my little piece to him. But I would love to meet him. To meet him
in Sweden. Your European headquarters will be in Sweden.
Yes, our London. We are licensed by the FCA. We're in London, but our European headquarters
will be in Sweden.
Yes, we're trying to get into.
Yeah,
we were in Europe before the Brexit.
Okay,
then we had to leave, so we're going back.
Yeah, you have to go back. That's a good one. That's a strategic decision. One other question I drop it was because of our strategic direction and what we've decided to do to help grow local enterprise and all of that. I used to speak to a lot of young entrepreneurs. Yes. The last time we hosted, these 2 young guys are Abelde Chicken Man Pizza Man.
Yes, of course.
They are young guys.
25,
26 year olds. Yeah, very, very much. I mean, the last time I was and the other, because I remember speaking to Horseman Shoes, Mene, Chop Shop GH, and all those young entrepreneurs that didn't come. And they will tell you, say, one of the biggest challenges for them is human resource, the people to work with and trust. This annual manner. Do you have similar challenges? Well,
I think first of all, like I said, remember this. It's important we appreciate that our strength is in our diversity.
Okay.
If you see that your strength is in your diversity, then you're not trying to get a man to behave like you. So you let him behave the way he does. And you set up the policies and the institutionalize it. If you institutionalize a process, it becomes a fail-safe in itself.
The system will run.
Yes, but there'll still be bad people. Because some people by their nature, they are callous.
Or you're wicked by nature.
The good nature going to me maninja.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean a woman to me no to me near Juma. What you do is you have your institutionalized process, so you follow policies and procedures. Now, in the process, if the fail-safe is broken, it will throw itself up.
Yeah.
You will see it.
Yeah.
I believe life and nature will let you see it, because at that point, somebody has exposed the system. That's all sure about your son and that doesn't even say you didn't continue.
Yeah.
And now the other thing is, a lot of time when we are hit by these moments, we call up, like Elisha will go into the cave, right, and call up. But Charlie, when you pick your mantle, you find a way out. Put yourself in the situation.
Yeah.
I'm not saying storms are good, but it's designed that way. That's life.
True.
I say, "Oh man, paying corner to say be off baby move now."
It's true.
Does it mean so be jai or for playing some on Ghana so be man?
Wait, Obi, I'm currently listening to you in my truck en route from Dallas to Houston in Texas. I'm very interested in Mr. Takyi-Appiah of Zeepay's Kente Toll business. Kindly help me connect with him. Thanks in advance for the prompt consideration.
May the blueprint the man.
Oh, the man.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
Helmet call me off it.
Oh, okay. Eric Jeffries Kuwonu, or formerly he was with our sales department here at the Multimedia Group. Inti, thank you, and we appreciate the fact that you listen to us. We say Obi, great stuff. I wish him very well. Samuel Brian Boabeng. With Obi, I think this man can even bail Ghana out without winning in the IMF program. Solid chap. Alex Martinson, Ewo Koforidia, Nidio Diaba. Anyway, so Obi, tell the texter in Sweden that the Appiah guy has God, and his father did. And the trick, he was a former banker who accompanied him to see guys at the Bank of Ghana. So you see, connections can help you reach the top. Obi, our name Appiah is a God-sent name. You don't play with us, Mr. President in Denmark. And on the way, but here Denmark for Ekosiisen na haya sempa 94.7 FM. Yene the CEO and founder of Zeepay, an indigenous Ghanaian business doing wonders around the world. And Edin comedy more tell a story for the first time. Zeepay story, some really amazing stuff. And Omoye Andrew Takyi-Appiah is his name, and ADM comedy. You can keep your messages coming through. Yebeshe akai amanowe say Obi, so he is Takyi. I know and pray that he goes far. Kwesi Reynolds, inti the full name and amabo ede amono. Let me see more. I'm share your YouTube, more. I'm share your Facebook Live. We appreciate all of you. Thank you for joining us on YouTube page. Let me see. Aston Novu says humility, resilience, and passion is what I see in Andrew. God bless you. George also says stick to it no matter what mindset. Andrew Takyi is a game changer, a blessing to our generation. We say Obi, I joined late, but Obi, I would be grateful to have a chat with the Zeepay boss. I need more advice from him. Dede Kwashe says build a formidable playbook and stick with it. Nugget from the real humble lion. Wow. The desire to be a world-class indigenously homegrown Ghanaian company, and also remaining resilient and staying the course indeed has brought you far. This was a diversity of thought. That's right. Loads and loads of your messages coming through. Would have to and the antique time I am sorry in free interview. Yes, when you easy. We say Obi. This is what young people need, empowerment. Jesse Boakon and anyway, there's one here which says Obi, enterprises which have large clientele now are agri-business and e-payment enterprises. These businesses are categorized as government priority areas for young enterprises support. We encourage the youth to enter these spaces. Kudos to the CEO of Zeepay, who would chart in the path of his business values shared. Kwame Oheneba Esuman, CEO, Confederation of Young Entrepreneurs, Ghana. And there's that confederation, and they are doing some really good stuff. But the other thing, for a Ghanaian company to grow, do you think, sir, there should be a deliberate state support for such businesses? I was saying, yeah, baby, sir. Say on mine, because okay, we are intentional. I was saying, Ghanaian businesses big grow. International in the Yamuano. You think you drew? I was saying, baby, sir.
It's not a function of you do.
Okay.
It's where are we going? Okay. And I always say this: Rollins in the 80s, and let me just qualify by saying Rollins put my father in exile, so I'm not necessarily speaking from a place of 94.7. But a man is what he is, and you got to give him. One thing you must always do is to give a man credit where credit is due. Jerry in his time allowed for certain businesses to grow, right? Whether purposefully or not. And they became the employers of the last century, because we've literally just entered the new century, as you know. right?
Yeah.
The likes of
Yeah.
Vanguard, all these great institutions
Came up during those times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that governments all over Africa, the time has come for us to make a deliberate attempt, right, from policy, from framework, to let new employers emerge. Because we need new employers.
Deliberate.
There has to be deliberate. We need new employers for this century. We need, because a government cannot only be the net employer.
Yeah.
It's too much burden on even the small group of taxpayers.
Yeah.
So I believe strongly that we need to start looking at very strong enabling policies. Of course, Ghana has started a lot of initiatives, but it shouldn't just be initiatives.
Okay.
We should follow it through. Hand-holding programs. We should seek to have impact. And impact means that if it's 10 out of 100, it's okay. Let them grow. You understand?
Yeah.
Let them grow, guide them, help them, take them to that layer. Because that's what is going to change. That's what is probably maybe harness that future we're building. Do you I hope you understand.
Yeah, I get you.
And I mean, in our case, for example, I told you we walked into the central bank, and to this day they work with us.
Okay.
Did you see what I'm saying? Why? Because maybe they also see from a leadership perspective.
Yeah.
But that's not enough. You know what I mean? We need to understand where we have reached as a people. We need to understand. I heard you talk about agri-tech. We need to understand RegTech. RegTech is regulatory technology. That's where compliance is sitting. You see, in the world of compliance, there are many different components. So how do we leverage technology to make compliance not be a swivel chair approach where you swing and swing your chair? Okay, how do we leverage technology so that agri will work? You understand? We've been talking about food shortage and where we are as a country. No, Ghana is a smallholder farm country.
Yeah.
So how do we leverage technology to know the smallholder farmers by sector, by category, by value chain, and even grow it? And then build even the market access distribution concept to it. We need to start seeing that technology is that future.
Is that future? On tech, no, meaning say, and so over the years, over the past 20 years as a country, in terms of your growth in the tech space, all these fintech giants, we've done some good stuff, right?
Oh, I believe that on the fintech space we've done well, but we could do better. Let us not commend ourselves.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Let us encourage a lot more growth. But there's a lot more. You understand? We've talked about even clothing, property, prop tech.
Prop tech.
Yeah, we have a platform called Prop Tech.
Property technology.
Property technology. I don't know if you followed my background, but I actually did a program with Oxford.
Okay.
In fintech.
Okay.
And I remember with part of our course mates who did Prop Tech. You know what I mean? How do you leverage property? You see, supply chain. Look, let me give you a simple experience I had this Christmas. Buka,
yes.
A lovely restaurant.
Yes.
Mameno, Audrey Solomon is a great friend. In the days, now me turn pineapple juice, I can't chop. In my hustle days, no, in my castle, I don't know who me bought that. Loading my truck, and I know I do my pineapple juice.
Charlie.
And indeed, I've always been in her life up to this day.
Okay.
Nah, it was a long queue. If I'm not lying, maybe we're about 40 standing in the queue. Where we were in our queue for 45 minutes. Others were there for an hour and a half.
Wow.
But this is the time for us to have simple platforms that a company like a restaurant like that, when you get in, a waiter can even just take your order, right? And guess what we don't have in Ghana? We don't sell seats in restaurants. You're out and I say 3 hours. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine if we had a platform like that, then you choose your food, they give you a table. The guy on that table knows that all for 45 minutes. Right?
Yeah.
Because somebody else has pre-booked that table.
Sure.
You know the food and the drinks you are going to have. So even from a demand planning, the chef is now saying, I must have 40 plates on the table, within 1 hour. Everything is moving. We have moved. The world has really moved, though. And then you diaspora from Kwana woman near you. I say so you need But
That's true. That's true.
It is that thinking and hand-holding programs. Yeah, so I say bit of you do be you say to me and then in your platforms like moment you didn't go for back together and help.
Yeah.
We need a corner we need to move from this whole partisan approach to a bipartisan
approach.
Where we have reached our success lies in how we become.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you, democracy is not for everybody, but democracy is for all of us.
Yeah.
It's very contradictory, but let's have homegrown democratic programs that will work for us. Do you understand me? So if this is what it is, then let's start looking, how do we collectively come together to build this new nation that we're building? I think that the things we're experiencing for reforms.
Okay.
I believe that the things we're experiencing it is just like I always say, if you don't disrupt yourself, you will not experience growth.
Yes.
At any stage in your growth, you have to be able to disrupt yourself. Look, we started our business as a termination business. You terminated remittances into a wallet.
Yeah.
And then we now MoneyGram ne token cry. We to man dial *270# or the token in Boswa, we disrupted ourselves because we realized that there's more cash out there than there's digital. So collectively as a people, we have to come together and also start to ask, how do we disrupt ourselves to build our new economies? We've entered a new millennium.
It's true.
Unfortunately, we cannot use the same approach we had before. We need to start building new identities, but I think we should go to the original identity we had. We're very communal driven. We're center stage. But you see, a people without an identity would only grow up to a certain stage.
That's true.
Your dreams will come from your identity. You understand me? Why do you think Sakola be new will cry? No baby nipa and I say it be because identity be time in your class now it be a secondary school in a better 30 class 5 be almost set it's almost now if you go back if I move the same class in school you be doing university it be a 40 20 be almost set what I say it's the same thing what I be a whole right there man ne ho kan ya so no and chess be a of your chrome and out of your crack. So the identity is a critical component of our growth.
And for now as a country, you feel we've lost that identity, right?
I feel like we've traded too much of who we are for other things.
It's true.
And now catch you cry uso e bia for say beso. O ja say, "Me so broni or can chrome kasa or cabrofo na run cry head."
Sure.
Or a German no cabro for a head. What does one can say? But what does one can say? Yeah, Johnny Papa, you know, look, let me tell you, eat what you can what you can't eat. Take oranges. What have we done with oranges? You're touching it. Tomatoes, you're touching it. Eat the tomatoes you can. The ones you can't eat. Package it in a certain form. It's still food. It sits on shelves. Do you understand? But it's a way we're thinking. Obi business a baby visa be a best no. But what that's one me can me film business that I call madam for be barbecue now. When you because that's one of my guys I'm going to say on our fee money transfer business na see no. Because that is how but what I say so more platform and SND ska but abrofono so the first when it's capable but what I say omo ya na normal platforms are ya ma menum nye no platform abrofono na enye ska wo nti on say ya say the way ya dwen a ne anko back to our identity ye nko anymore.
We will not. It's true. And as a businessman operating because of the current economic, environment, are a woman, the challenges with the economy and all of that. What do you think we can do? And I say, to get us out of this trouble.
Okay, first of all, my first okay. We need to have a collective approach. The time has come, say we start having certain roundtable discussions.
Okay.
Into be sector by sector, industry by industry. Let's sit down that. But in those conversations, you're far by
okay.
the time has come for us to say this is what we want. That's what democracy is about. What did I say? That's what it's about. The time has come for us to have new discussion papers on what the future we're in looks like. What did I say? Say, baby, I only call Osha buying the swan. Some minister no. Non dream could do why.
Okay.
Nan just on him dear. Oh, him dear, into my minister.
Yes.
What did I say?
Yes.
But the answer Adrian could do, because any industry operators. It's any what I said, you industry could need. It's the person. This is the research essay account. This is the discussion we see at the Twitch. Then we collectively move together. But Georgia said, we need to move from that partisan approach. Now, let's come to the center and let's start thinking together, because I'm an idea. Whatever you do, whether we're talking about this debt exchange program or whatever we want to call it, maybe if we all come together, it will happen. And then, of course, we all need the grace to listen to each other. It's how we approach it. I think sometimes we have to give them a bridge. And also affect it. Let's win together. Give him the chance to win, because you will win. I believe that in war there's no winner.
Yeah, that's true. Are you interested in politics? Like partisan politics? Like you want to maybe enter politics one day? Is it part of your plans?
Well, my father was a finance minister in the Champions region.
Okay.
Usually the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. But I also think it's a C idea. I know the focus is to build this African platform to tell a dream for the larger African. What happens years down the line, it will be destiny, what I say. But I think every day we're in politics. And that's a conversation we're having today.
That's true.
What I say.
That's true.
Every day is change. My definition of politics is being able to have impact and change. First change, then impact. What I say, collectively. I think every day we're in politics. And how we take every day to the future is the things that lie within our passion and desires.
Wako Huni Valley and saying, and I'll call her check. Oh, okay.
No, actually, that's not true. After you see your mama call, my call us as a crime, but say me consider.
Oh, Huni Valley. From one window, no, Huni Valley, and also was stressing wasa crony Huni Valley. So unim wasa ye power be say, oh, call Daman Quaineswa from Takwa.
Your friend of Valley.
It's Huni Valley or Pong Valley.
They're opposite each other.
Sure. And we say, Obi, tell my brother to keep the spirit. The greater bed is yet to come. The dream is still on and unfolding. God bless him. And Justice, thank you for coming through with this one. We say, Obi, let's stand and applaud this young man. He's a game changer. If Ghana should have thousands of him, youth unemployment would be a thing of the past. Keep mentioning the youth. Keep mentoring the youth, sir. Ernest Taifa and Odiwe Brain. Okay, Obi, good evening. Hey, we say, Obi, tell Rizzo that Apsu for life. Action and Kotseng 94-year group, we salute him. Never Rizzo. Apsu for life. Action and continue. Okay, my messages here. Some of them very interesting. Okay, good evening. This guy is fantastic. We are proud of him. KK Ewa Kaswa. Obi, tell him if he wants to consider joining any political party, he should consider joining the New Patriotic Party, because I see a lot of Dr. Baumia in him. Kwesi Barcelona, aka Baumia Napo, and Onodiwe. That's an interesting one. Where's it, Obi? Bless my Wasa brother for me and Elder Tony Ba. Onuzufi Takwa Ewo Awudia Ewo Takwa. Awudim Awudia. Okay, hold on. So if we Wasa United. Obi, good evening. Please tell. Okay, I mean, we said this man is a solid guy. Good afternoon, AB and Eduwe. AB, thank you so much. Inti, let me wrap it up. But there is one message here which says, Obi, the young man is just brainy. I don't know if the description young man is right. You're a young man, right?
I'm 46 into to be a young man. But I also want to say that this is what we have done to ourselves. We branded ourselves young.
Yeah.
So even when we're in the times, we don't see the
we still
time
think we are young.
So I'm a young man, and I would love to remain young. I think that thanks to God I even look at, but the time has changed, and the time for us to take the mantle is down. The economic times have changed, and I think that we need to move away from what speaking how we feel to rather articulating what the new time is.
What the new time is. And the new time is for young people.
Yes, and you see, that's why I'm saying articulating it, because I'm assuming that we young people were in it.
Yeah.
So let's start to build blueprint. Let's start talking about sustainable conversations, and let's bring the old into it and say this is how we want our future to look like.
To look like. Yeah.
Did you understand?
Yeah.
This is we need to. We're in a very dire economic situation, right? And by no fault of anybody, we found ourselves here.
Yeah.
Those who spoke, those who didn't speak against it, those who acted, those who didn't act. Remember that, quite frankly, like the president recently said, we can't blame one center.
Sure.
A lot of have played a part to bring to this point.
Sure.
But beyond that, collectively, we need to now sit down and say, what is tomorrow going to look like? Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
And then build tomorrow.
Yes.
If not anything, build it on paper. Go into little forums and have discussions on what it should look like.
Yes.
Even governance has changed. It's changed significantly.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Our whole democracy, we need to look at it in its application and decide how we want it to go. We need to look at grassroots approach, right? If we look at even that our whole economic system from fiscal and monetary policy perspective, we need new enablers. And the new enablers are coming from us, because we are the guys in the times.
That's true.
It's just a harsh reality.
That's true.
Do you understand me?
That's true.
Me brandy phone you say. How much more? Do you understand me? Why do you think there's a social media explosion in our part of the world?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. Before somebody had to go to America and go to McDonald's and come and tell you about it, the guy doesn't need to. He just types McDonald's and Googles it, and it's there. They are data junkies because of this very reason. Do you see what I mean?
It's true.
So let's feed us with what we need for the growth. If you take a child at the age of 1 month, and you give that child Coke, you have stunted growth. You need to give it the right milk.
Yeah.
If I see a 6 months, I'm not
breast milk and corn.
Do you know why? Because one of the reasons is when that child now starts drinking water, they will love water more than anything else.
That's true.
So we need to respond to the time, and the time is now.
It's now. My final question for business. Now, if there is one thing I was say, the Ghanaian government to help you achieve that vision for Africa. One thing. I was say the government of Ghana, because some have said, and I believe same to be true, say you are now more like a national asset because of what you've been able to build in 7 years. I was say Ghana buying BB to build Zeepay into a truly world-class business.
Well, I don't know what it is, but let me tell you, last year we supported Kotoko. The year before we supported Kotoko, and we supported them with $1 million cedis.
Wow.
For a small company, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
We came back and renewed our relationship. We supported FA with Qatar. 2022. Every year we don't close a year with a tax burden into the following year. Tebi, I'm not paying for. Decided what I will say is everybody don't focus on government, focus on what you can do for yourself and the people. Because these little pieces will form that Lego that will make the Ghana complete. And if the Ghanaian is asking me, say, what do we get from Ghana? I will say Ghana for 9 employing for. I said we contribute directly and indirectly to the growth of the national economy. And we put Ghana flag on the map.
Around the world.
Every penny be out the man piano. Ghana.
That's true. No, Andrew, we're too much. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Thank you for coming through. Yeah, that's this relationship will continue. Best science wedding Komobio. Why? And we'll do everything we can as a media brand to also help grow and Ghanaian enterprise. Yeah, that's a part. Right.
Thank you so much.
All the best. All the best. Andrew Takyi-Appiah, CEO, founder, Zeepay. What is Zeepay? But maybe you did not know the story behind Zeepay. And then Yamiadom, what a Ghanaian company doing marvelous stuff around the world. Yenkotie we emra by the discussion segment no ebetua. Honorable Collins also among around. Yentie we emra yeba yedin komo Ekosiisen so ne higher sempa 94.7 FM. Stay with us.
Hey, you're the up and coming landlord. Who died yes where you?
Kwame, I don't mean you. I can roofing and a ceiling. Na me contract and so say. Me feni na and kwadan rocksters. One so chromo pan. What you won saying?
The contract and one nimnia on quality metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard, and a POP ceiling there. Hey, rocksters. Be brain in a rocksters. I did roofing sheet, papa, and one can there. As some Ghana for.
And can you say animal dear in so a boy?
A near the Fudiachi, Nanko Toddy Bon and Net and Sundachi. Fre 0544 338041. Say a metal trusses, roofing sheet, plasterboard, and a POP ceiling there. Fre rocksters, now one chowun to
Aduna Yden. Football every year we see a funny baby. Philly or HD Plus every 17 January 2023. Bring us more HD Plus channel 151.
And Summer Plus Grand Finale no Eduso. Teatun Safre, the best say. Omun sen from Bessiania. Nia ube wani fire.
No one knows tomorrow.
So I'm from stage in the dia. Minia, want to mention us. Afe, grand finale nedu. When ye, a year Busia Jaffa, ye two Safro Bia say.